welcome back to the channel. And listen, thank you so much for the comments, the views, the likes and subscribes from that last video. We went up about 100 subscribers on that last video, on the auction one from Mannheim. So lots of great feedback as well. So if that's the type of stuff that you like, let me know. We can do more. Me and Dan have got a little plan around one of the future videos. Not to give too much away, but the rules are about set for potentially £1,000 car challenge at auction. So I'll come back to you on that one. I've got to get a date and everything and finalise the rules. Make sure he's happy with the rules, because it's a little bit like when he calls me the apprentice and I call him my mentor in terms of the motor trade. So I don't really, but he likes to think I do. So can the apprentice beat the mentor? Remains to be seen. But listen, this video really is about January and the January sales. Record month for me. Don't be surprised, because it's not that many, right? But a record month. We are on the 25th today, day of filming. I'm going to try and get this out tonight anyway. So a few days left in January, but I've sold the most cars I've ever sold in one single month. 5. I know, it's not many, but it's pretty good for me. So an average throughout the year, like I said in one of my last videos, was about 3. An average of 3. Sometimes I got to 4, but it was pushing it with everything else that goes on in my life. But this month, I've been super organised, super slick, real good time management, and yeah, I've managed to sell 5. So just to remind you what they were, started on the 2nd of January when I sold that white Fiat 500. Again, lovely little car. And the other good thing about January is I've had no messes. So one view, one buy, simple. And what I mean by messes, not even that bothered about like looking around too much. In fact, I've ended up pointing out some bits for them. To you know, oh, have you seen this bit? It's got a little bit of a ding here or there. I mean, most of them I haven't had much on them anyway. But I just think it's been super easy with the customers. So Fiat 500, 1. We had that white Ford Fiesta. I was banging on about that one. The one that Dan drove back from Newcastle. That was like 1 day sale, so that was super easy. Young lad wanted that one. Really nice family. We had the Hyundai 10, which we were taking the mick out of. Lovely little car. Again, that guy, no problem. Kem, wife and kids sat in the car. He had a look around it. He test drove it. That was in the dark as well, by the way. He bought the car in the dark, so it's never a wise thing to do. But this one was pretty good, so it's all good. He was probably here 15 minutes, 20 max, gone. I remember the days back in the summer where people were here for 2 hours. That was bank detail problems though, normally. Black Mini. I promised you I'd do a walk round. I can't, because it's gone. So I'll tell you a little bit about that one. So it was a 1.6 Cooper. It was a 2011, but an early 2011. Had a checkered roof. Lovely thing, actually. All new, pretty much all new tyres on it. Just had some brakes done on it. Yeah, nothing really to write home about it. Drove nice. Yeah, lovely. Got that one from Leeds. That was on sale for about 7 days, and then probably on the it sold on the Friday, and on the Thursday I started getting, I got a call on the Wednesday to book an appointment for the Saturday. Then on the Thursday I got like 3 calls. There was a guy from Birmingham, nice fella, probably talking a bit too much on the phone, but anyway, probably 40 minutes on the phone to him. And he finally came back and said, look, yeah, I think I'll just take the car on your word. So I was like, whoa. I never like doing that. He went, well, you just take the deposit to take it off sale. I'm like, listen, I want to sell the car, but I really don't want to take a deposit over the phone. Birmingham, it's a long way away. You're going to come here. You will like the car, and I'm describing it as best I can. The advert is, a very good description of it. There's nothing that I've missed. However, if you don't like how I've described it, the deposit's still non-refundable, because I'd have took it off being advertised, I'd have potentially put the other people off coming, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I don't really want to. Anyway, in the end, we agreed that I'd phone him back at 5 o'clock with a couple more pictures. He just wanted to see, because I did tell him about a couple of the transfers on the roof were just a little bit frayed. So I said, look, I'd rather send you a picture of that. I'm sure it won't be a deal breaker, but let me send you a picture of that at 5 o'clock ish when I got back, and then you can, if you're still happy to do it, send a deposit. I felt a little bad, but in the meantime, a guy that lives reasonably close to me, he could be here in half an hour, rang me at about 4:15 and said, look, if you still got the car, I'll come and pay full asking price. And this other guy had negotiated like 100 quid off. He said, I'll come and pay full asking price and I can be there within like 25, 30 minutes. I was like, yeah, are you going to take it straight away as well? He's like, yeah, if I like it, I'll take it, no problem. So I'm thinking that this deal is better for me in every way, shape or form. And unfortunately in this game, there's no award for second place. So it's first come, first serve. So yeah, I wouldn't have let the guy set off from Birmingham or anything like that. I always make sure that if people are coming, regardless of it's close or far, that they're coming in the car still. I'd never let someone turn up and it be sold or invite someone when I knew someone else was coming. That I'd never do that. So, but I did let this guy come. He loved it. Took it for a quick spin. Again, so there's a theme here in January. They leave the wife and the kids in the car and they come and do the deal, and then the wife drives the car back with the kids in it, and the fella takes the car. So yeah, he was probably here 15, 20 minutes max. Had a quick look round. He's like, look, I don't know cars. I don't know what I'm looking at. And this was to my point earlier where I was like, right, there's that. Check that. It's all good, but check it anyway. That one had full service history. I'd put that through its MOT as well. Again, I used the main dealer, BMW, so that was all good. That one had no advisories for 4 years and only failed an MOT once in its life for a tyre. I think I've said that before, but yeah, a good car. And then the next one, it is still here actually, but it's sold, and I haven't taken a deposit, and I broke my own rules. So the title of the video is Amazing Sales in January or something along that lines, and I've broken my own rules. Why have I broken my own rules? Well, one of my main rules is don't sell to friends or family. And I've broken it. I've broken it because this is one of my best mates, right? I love him to bits. He asked me to find him a car for his lad, which this one, it's the white Corsa actually in the last video. It's perfect for him. Imagine being a 17-year-old lad, right? Getting your first car and having heated seats and heated steering wheel. Spoilt. Anyway, my mate's budget was 2.5 grand. So I was like, I think I'd said in the last video as well what it cost me. The Corsa did cost me a bit more. I think I made a slip up. So I'm not going to make... Well, I'm going to get a drink on it, and the drink is probably one of these. I'll probably make about 50p after doing it. Put some fuel in it. I've had to buy a handle for it, some mats for it. Not like massive expensive stuff, but I've had to get some taxis to go get it. But once I put all my stuff in there, yeah, I'll probably make about 50p. But you know what? I don't care, because this is a good car. I'm really confident with it. And he's going to have a mint first car, so that probably means more to me than making a few hundred quid on this one. It does go into the January 5th sale, so it still is the number 5 fifth car that I've sold this month. He's picking that up on Sunday. And the reason I haven't took a deposit is because it's, like I say, it's one of my best mates. So the deal with him was, I'll take it down from sale. Oh, sorry, because it was a bit above his budget. I didn't want to push it on him. So I just said, look, I've got this white Corsa. Here's the pictures. No pressure. If this is the one you want, fine, you can have it. If it's not, I'll go find you something else. And he's like, love it. I'll pay. I will pay a little bit more than what I wanted to for that car. So the deal I made with him was, if he comes and he doesn't like it, he just has to pay the fee to put it back on to be advertised. which I think that's fair enough, isn't it? It's like 30 quid or something. That's fair enough. Because I had to take it down, and I did have 2 people that wanted to come see it. So I have, in effect, lost out monetary-wise, but gained in, well, I don't know what I've gained in, but I feel good about it. You know, making sure they have a good car is really important. The reason why I have these rules is in case anything happens. And I've said to him, I've said, look, you know, I've done all the checks I can do. I've drove it myself. you know, blah, blah, blah. I can't make this be a good car. I just think it is. So, and he understands that. He's like, look, listen, if all happens, it happens. I won't come, you know, I won't have a go at you or out like that. It is what it is. So look, cars, you know, the average car, I think it's 30,000 components. Things are going to go wrong, which is the real reason why I don't want to sell to friends and family, because if it does happen, I'll just feel bad about it. I'll obviously try and help them sort it, etc., but I'll just feel bad. So I'm fingers crossed and really hoping that white Corsa is as good as what I think it is. I mean, it's cleaned up absolutely lovely. The only thing I've got left to do now is put the mats in it, which I'm going to go do in a minute, and fix this on. I didn't notice when I'd bidded on it and bought it that it was missing one of these. Dan even got in that side of the door when we went to get it, when we finally you know, stopped messing about with the key thing. Go watch the last video if you don't know what I'm talking about. And yeah, there was a bit of an issue with said missing key. Anyway, so we had a quick look and we didn't see it, but I've seen it now, got one, so I'll fix that, and that'll be all good to go. So yeah, just to recap, really, what a month. We're not even over yet either. So I bought another car that's coming soon, so I'll do a video on that one. Again, nice thing. A little bit more mileage than I would normally go. It's got 79, but it's okay. So it's another first time driver type of car. I'll do a video on that when I get it. And then I've got another couple to I've put a few in my basket on the BCA app that I'm watching, so we'll just have to see how them ones go. So hopefully I'll get probably 2 by the time you next see me on video, and I can show you what we've bought. There has been a few comments in the comments, surprise, no, about joining auction sites and stuff. So if you want me to do a separate video on that, let me know in the comments. It really isn't rocket science, by the way, but I can do that if you want me to. Let me know what else you would like. So would you like more walk-arounds? Would you like more auction videos? Would you like some of the challenges that we're thinking about doing? Would you like to see Dan more on the channel? So he has featured in the last 2 videos, and probably more, you know, because I think he's quite enjoying himself as well. And then to some of you that commented about the shit audio, which, by the way, I totally agree with you, I've made a purchase. Don't need it in here because the acoustic sound is mint. But when we're outside in the wind, we have these. I don't even know how they work yet. But, so, woohoo! So I've got 2 of them in case Dan joins me as well. So we've got them, so hopefully they will work better once I figure out how to work them out. Yeah. And then lastly, the car I'm running about in, my little smoker at the moment, is a... I've always told you I like red cars for myself. It's a red car. It's a little Mini Cooper D. I'm right fond of it, to be fair. I did get it through the auctions as well for myself, just to run about. It's a 1.6 diesel, 0 road tax. For now, obviously in April that may change, but we'll see what happens with that. It does about 75 to the gallon. So it's a real little thing. It's got a chili pack on it. It's a 2014 plate. Got one of my plates on it, but today is the first time it's saddened me. It hasn't let me down because I still got to my destination. However, I will just show you this bill. Where's the thing? I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but I'll read the bill out and try not to cry. 549, 550 quid, right? I couldn't use my normal bloke. I have a mechanic that comes to me, actually. He's got a van and he comes to do it here normally. He's dead good, real good lad. But I couldn't use him because he's that good, he has a bit of a weight. And this morning, I was driving along, I was dropping my eldest daughter at work, driving along in my automobile, and all that, right? And then I heard a, I was like, bloody hell. Me and my dad, growing up, were always at like air shows and stuff, so I always look for planes, right? I normally look for the World War II stuff, but this definitely wasn't. It was like, so I'm looking out the window, couldn't see anything, went a bit further, did it again. But when I noticed it, did it again, did it when I was braking, right? Honestly, it sounded like a plane. So I was like, what is that? So what I presumed was either some stone or something had got stuck in the brake pad. It was the rear near side. And it was scoring the disc or something like that. Or maybe a C's caliper. Anyway, long story short, it was 2 C's calipers. So what's my bill for? And the guy was pretty good actually, because he helped me out quite a lot. So that $550 includes £122 worth of discount. Minis, mate. Honestly, minis. Rah! So the inspection, which was free, 2 discs, 2 sets of pads, brake sensor, and 2 brake calipers. 550 quid. Should have been more as well. So yeah, I had a little weep. I didn't really, because you know what, I need that car as well. So because I've sold everything else, I've literally got nothing to use apart from the wife's car and my little smoker. So yeah, I needed it doing. So anyway, it's done, it's sorted. I can cry, but whatever. I need it doing. I need it doing. Sometimes I was thinking about this. My mechanic wouldn't have charged that price. It would have been less, right? But this was like wasn't a main dealer, but it was a main. You know, there was more of these around the company. It was a main site. So my mechanic would have been cheaper, but probably, I don't know, maybe 120 quid cheaper, maybe 150 even. But convenience, to get it done there and then, drive home, like, sometimes it's just worth paying that little bit more and getting it done, because it would have inconvenienced me massively. Probably worth more to me than the 120 quid discount I would have probably got from my mate. So yeah, listen, I'm going to leave the video there. Please like and subscribe. You did a great job of that from the last video. Love if you did that again. And we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.